Hello, and welcome to my playthrough of the Operator. This is a game made by Bureau 81 and Indie Nova. Bureau 81, they have only this game. They are in production of making Operator 2, actually. And I'll just read what it says on the store page like I usually do. So it says, welcome to the FDI. As our newest operator, your role is to use your detective skills to assist our field agents and investigate mysterious crimes. Use cutting edge FDI software to dig for clues, solve puzzles, and uncover the truth. And it has very positive reviews, so I'm hoping this is gonna be good. Did a little bit of tweaking in the settings. I hope that's gonna be good. I did change it excuse me, from US to EU because that's what I use in my daily life. And I did metric instead of imperial. I'm guessing imperial is the American way. I don't know. Metric is what we use. So I changed that so that it'll be easier. This I don't care because I know I can use the 24-hour clock like we do here in Norway, or the 12-hour clock. It doesn't really affect me, so that one I kept. Also, this music is awesome. I really hope it won't get copyright striked on YouTube. Well, we'll see. Let's jump into it. I'm excited. BioM facility somewhere in the US. 1992, that's the year of my birth.
You will answer my questions as usual. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you understand? Do you believe in extraterrestrial life?
You
Are
don't?
you currently restrained? Are you married? Do you work in law enforcement? Do you know who I am? Do you know who you are? Are you... Good. He's ready.
Okay. FDI headquarters, Washington, D.C. 7:30 a.m. Oh, wow. I was about to say this looks old. Yeah, duh, it's 1992. User? How do I... You're just... Evan Tanner? So that's our name, I guess, Evan Tanner. Welcome to the FDI. You logged into your computer for the first time. Welcome to the FDI. You're assigned to the Operator program. Please read the following document before proceeding. Your program supervisor will contact you with further instructions. Okay. Operator program. This is a secure and monitored federal government terminal. All unauthorized access is strictly prohibited and subject to criminal prosecution. Sharing of any information from the terminal with unauthorized personnel is forbidden and also subject to criminal prosecution. What is the operator program? The operator program has been specifically designed to provide technical support to field agents, henceforth abbreviated as agents. Okay, yeah, field agents. While also ensuring a high level of confidentiality. How does it work? Agents call the hotline. Okay, agents call hotline. The call is dispatched to secretaries who verify the agent's identities, clearance level, and request. The request is forwarded to the supervisor. Yeah, hang on. The supervisor dispatches the call to an available operator, either A, B, or C. A direct line is established between the agent and the operator. Okay. Once the operator fulfills the agent's technical request, the line is closed. For additional information, please contact the supervisor. Okay. Secure. Mike Trench.
Hey, pal. How you holding up? Get all that booze out of you? What? You seriously don't remember? You wanted to celebrate your new job, and I quote, ahem, properly. Well, I'm happy you're here. You and me at the FDI together. It's really great. But I gotta tell you something. When we're on the job, I can't treat you differently than anybody else. You understand, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh. Right. I almost forgot about that. Well, that was a long time ago. We're no longer kids working summer jobs back home, are we? But I promise, Evan, right hand to God, I'll be a better boss than you were. Well, I'd better run. The FDI can't run itself now, can it? Good luck with your first day. All right?
So we're childhood friends with the director. Oh, Savior Skinner. Skinner Savior.
Good morning, Mr. Tanner. Welcome to the FDI. I assume you're up to speed on your mission here at the Operator program? You know the basics. Good. So, just to recap, your job is to support our agents by providing them with all the help they need in the field to solve a case. That help can come in the form of fact-checking, video and audio analysis, even lab work.
Okay.
My job as a supervisor is to link the agents with an appropriately matched operator. Any questions? Fine, but first you need to learn how to respond to an agent's request.
Okay.
Let's do a dry run, shall we? I want you to find my age. This objective just popped up at the top left of your screen, beside the applications menu. See it?
Yep.
Whenever you're stuck, or if you need help, simply click on the question mark next to the objective. Go on and click on the question mark, Tanner.
Okay.
Yes, just like that. You can always click on the question mark if you get stuck, though I'm hoping this won't happen often. I'm giving you access to the human database. The human DB, as we call it
The
here.
human database. Is there
You can
more?
find this and other
Is there an
tools to help
alien
you solve
database?
agent requests in the applications menu. Now go ahead, Operator Tanner. Solve my request. Find my age. When you find the answer, click on the objective and then select the answer on the screen.
"1943, you're 48. What did you say? When you finally click on the objective and then select it. Okay. 48. Ooh, this is cool.
Right. Like that, Tanner. I'll let you get settled in. And I'll contact you later with your first real request.
This is cool. Of course. "9:18 a.m." Okay. Here we are again.
Tanner, looks like your first request is somewhat of a baptism by fire. I have an agent working a homicide. It's your
Oh.
first case, too.
Oh!
Not ideal, but consider this a learning experience. I'll be monitoring you in the background. I'm patching the agent through now.
Mm-hmm. There she is. Alexandra
It's Operator
Pendle.
Tanner, right?
That's right, Agent Pendle.
I don't think our paths ever crossed at the academy, did they? Anyway, I got a homicide at a bar downtown called The Sanctuary. Ironic, no? My Vic, dead on arrival, is male, Caucasian, early 60s. He was shot in the head at close range around 2 a.m., just before closing time. As far as evidence, I got some surveillance footage from the bar, and some kind of list that I found on the deceased. Any chance you can work your operator magic and help find me an ID on the shooter?
I'll do my best.
Thanks, operator. Okay, I'm sending over the files. Good luck.
Thank you. Oh, Jesus.
This is our cutting-edge video analysis system, Tanner. Click on any relevant elements in the video to trigger an analysis. Go on, give it a whirl.
Why does he keep using her name like that?
Just like with the video, you can click on a photo for further analysis. Looks like our victim is Henry Jenkins. For some reason, we
Access
can't access his
forbidden.
full profile. Unfortunately, for the moment anyway,
What is a
there's not
type
much else
2
we can learn about
skin?
him.
Okay,
The footage quality is insufficient for a proper ID, operator. You'll need to find another way to ID the killer.
okay. Owner Ray Wells, okay. Applications. Oh, okay. CPL 481. Yeah, that's that one. So, human database. Ray Smallfingers Wells. Okay.
Nice. Now we know the perp's name. You got something for Wells' address? Because I'll take it if you do.
Yes, I do. Oh no, sorry. Last known address. There we go. 130 Laurel Street, Culpeper, VA, Virginia.
Yeah, that'll do. Nice work. Next up is to bring Wills in. I'll keep you updated. Thanks, Operator Tanner.
Cool.
Not bad, Tanner. Not great, but not bad either. I'll contact you later.
Because I did that
with an extra
one
request.
misclick. Sorry.
No need to worry, Operator. You'll improve with time.
Okay. I didn't look at any of the other stuff though. Okay, 5:32 p.m. That's a lot of hours later. Most wanted. If you discover any information during your shift that might help the FDI, inform your supervisor, okay? Fred Smorskinski. Okay. Smorkinski. Yeah.
Tanner, I need you to follow up on an investigation started by a previous operator.
Okay.
Let the agent working the case bring you up to speed.
Barry Walker.
Oh, please. Tell me you got something.
Well, hello to you too.
God damn it! Who are you?
Operator Tanner.
Great. Every goddamn time we get a new operator, it takes me twice as long. I got a life outside the FDI, you know? Interests, hobbies, full-blooded passions.
Good for
I
you.
don't have time for this. I got a missing persons case out here in Dryfield, Nevada. Connie Moore's her name. I canvassed the area, talked to the locals. I can't believe I'm saying this, but everyone thinks she was abducted by aliens. Middle of nowhere, hot as hell, sandy. Calling it a small town would be an insult to small towns. Look, I think it's bonkers, too. Another weird thing is, over the past year, 4 people in Dryfield have claimed they've been abducted. And every
What is
single
this,
time
X-Files?
they reappeared somewhere in the middle of the desert out here about a month later. Connie's story's the same. She was. Popped back up yesterday. Collected her testimony myself. She had a camera on her. Naturally, I'd like to look at the photos. But to do that, I gotta go through you, an operator. Lucky me, right?
Okay, what am I looking for?
There's something off about all this. I mean, beyond all the talk of little green men. Just look for something that doesn't add up, okay?
Sure. I'm on it.
Here are the files.
Okay. Connie Moore's testimony. Following Connie Moore's reappearance on the 5th of March 1992, we recorded her eyewitness testimony concerning her supposed alien abduction. Okay, who was present was Connie Moore, the victim, Agent Barry Walker, who's in charge, and Brittany Holt, FDI transcriber. So Walker says, can you tell us more about the day you disappeared? More. I was hiking in a desert out by Dryfield. Sometimes I do that to clear my head or to take photos. Photography is sort of a hobby of mine. And is that your camera? Agent Walker points to a camera on the table. Yes, it is. What else do you remember about that day in the desert? Well, it's a little blurry, but I wanted to hike around Mount Maury. I remember that it's really beautiful at this time of year. I remember I remember taking 2 photographs. Then I heard this loud noise coming from the sky. I looked up and barely had time to take another photograph. It it was just moving so fast. Their ship, the UFO. And then I think it landed to the east. So I decided to head over and see if I could see anything else, maybe get a photo of them. It must have taken me an hour and 45 minutes to go where it landed. Then what? I'm I'm not really sure, to be honest. That's where my mind goes blank. The next thing I know, waking up in some kind of room and I can't move. Was there someone with you in this room? I don't like to think about it, but yes, they were there all around me, the aliens. What did they look like? The room was so bright, like I was looking into the sun. So the beginning, and when we started up the game, that was what it looked like. I only saw their silhouettes. Can you describe them the best you can? They were human, except they weren't. Something was off. They were too tall and thin. It was disturbing, actually. I couldn't see their faces. I'm glad about that. What do you remember about the room? It was white, I mean entirely white, antiseptic. It smelled sort of like a hospital. There were no doors, no windows, nothing, just whiteness. What do you think they wanted with you? I think they wanted to learn about me, to study me. I was so scared I couldn't think straight. They kept asking me questions over and over again. What kind of questions? About my life, my family, my beliefs, everything. I guess that's what they do, study humans. What else do you remember? They had these strange voices, sort of mechanical, and there was a machine they were using on me. It was clamped to my head. I don't know what it was, but it hurt. Can you tell us anything else, Connie? Not really. Next thing I remember, I'm waking up in the desert outside Dryfield. My head was throbbing, maybe because of the drugs or mind probes, I don't know. I just wandered around out there. Luckily somebody found me, or I might have died from dehydration. Then I guess they called the cops and the cops called you. End of story. Okay. So she's a nurse. Phone records. Phone tower pings and timestamps from the day of Connie's disappearance on the 5th of... Oh, so she came back exactly a month later. 5th of February, and from the day that she reappeared on 5th of March. There were no pings between the time of her disappearance to her reappearance at 3:27 p.m. Okay, so 8:45 to 11:56 she pinged down here. And when she came back, she appeared here. That's quite a distance. Huh. Mount Mori. So yeah, this is Mount Mori, okay. Well, why did you end up all the way over here? Oh, because you were... Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so how did we do this again? Find inconsistencies. Does this...
Yeah, that's the photo I think is problematic. I don't believe in intelligent life outside our planet. I don't believe in intelligent life on our planet. But we gotta be more specific. We need proof that something's off about the photo.
So how did I do that again? That's cool. Oh, went too far. There we go. Wait, which day did she... Yeah, she disappeared the 5th. This is taken long after.
Jackpot. Connie said she took that photo the day she disappeared.
Yeah.
Clearly, she didn't. Maybe the aliens did funny things to her brain. Maybe her brain was funny to begin with. Do me a favor. Locate the position on the map where she supposedly snapped this photograph.
Okay. Well, that should be out here, right? No, 10:13. She... all the way out here. If this is taken on 10:13. Yeah. She took this up on Mount Mori.
All right. I'll check this spot out. Guess I gotta do a little hiking. Probably sweat my goddamn
Whoa! Think he was gonna say his balls off, but yeah. Oh, we're rebooting. Secured boot check-in failed. Also, can you take some kind of vehicle or quad or something up there? Whoa! Hacked by Hal? Hello, Evan. Who the heck are you? My name is Hal. That was supposed to be pretty obvious by now. Didn't you see my cool graphics? You're hacking into the FDI. Yeah, he knows that. What do you want? It's simple. I want the truth. What are you talking about? Let me show you something. Do you remember the list found on Henry Jenkins? No, what list? Agent Pendle found it at the scene. Yeah, but I never looked at it. There were a bunch of names on it. None of this rings a bell? Really? Yeah, I never looked at it. Well, guess what? Oh. The abducted woman. Huh. Pretty big coincidence, don't you think? I'm also going to assume that you didn't notice that of the 136 people on it, 122 have been reported missing. Damn. No, I didn't notice. Like I said, I never looked at it. One last thing, and this is the most important part. There's a name near the bottom that's been redacted. That name is the key to understanding everything. I have to go now, Evan, but I'll be in touch soon. Promise. Huh. Huh. Let me look at that then. Oh.
Operator Tanner, are you there? Agent Walker told me that your connection was suddenly cut. And when I tried to contact you, you were offline. What happened? Hal? I thought we had taken care of that problem. I will look into this matter immediately with our cybersecurity department.
Huh, so he's
The
done
second
it
shift of
before.
operators has arrived. You can go home now, Tanner. See you tomorrow. And don't be late.
Okay. You completed your first day at FDI. Yeah, and I put on subtitles for all the audio cues as well. In case someone is hard of hearing or something that's watching. Also a little bit for myself, because sometimes it can be hard to know what you're listening to if there's something in the background or something, so... Oh, do you live right by a tram? Feed that kitty and give him some pets. He wants all the pets. Listen to him. Lighter. Oh, smoker. Oh, now I want a cigarette. Damn. I do not smoke often at all, like very rarely. But when stuff like that, I'm like, ooh, now I kind of want a cigarette. Evan's apartment, 6 a.m. Yeah, I mostly just smoke when I'm like in the mood and feeling like it, or I'm outside, but mostly I'm in my apartment, and mostly I social smoke. So it's very, very rarely. And like, knock on wood, but I've never been actually addicted to smoking, so I'm very lucky. I can like just basically decide for myself when I want to smoke. And I do it to sometimes calm down. I have a lot of anxiety and stuff, so sometimes it just calms me down a little bit to have a cigarette. It all depends on how high my anxiety are, because if my anxiety level is really high, then it doesn't work, then it just makes it worse, so. But that was my cigarette talk of the day. Not of the day, I don't ever really talk about cigarettes. there anything? Oh. It's a password file to be deleted. Oh, hi, Mike.
Hey, pal. So, tell me, how'd day number 1 at the FDI go? Everything you had hoped for?
Went pretty well.
All right. That's what I like to hear. Ah, sorry, buddy. My phone's ringing off the hook here. I gotta run. But hey, great job. And just keep plugging away, okay? I'm proud of you, Evan.
Thanks, Mike. Talk to you later. Hello, Savior.
Operator Tanner, Agent Pendle has an update on yesterday's case.
Ooh.
I'll patch her through in a moment. But
Yes.
before I do, I wanted to let you know that from this point on, you'll talk to the agents directly. Time to cut the umbilical cord. However, as your supervisor, I'll still be in the background monitoring your activity.
That's fair.
I almost forgot. Our cybersecurity department is looking into this unfortunate matter with Hal. You can be assured that it won't happen again.
I doubt that, but sure. Ooh, hello, Agent Pendle.
Good morning, Operator Tanner. So you remember Ray Wells, right?
Of course.
So I checked out the address you gave me, but no sign of Wells. Then I get a call from Vice, and guess what? Wells was found dead in a downtown parking garage early this morning. Shot
Oh.
point blank range. Now I'm working 2 homicides, and it's my first week. Welcome to the FDI.
And they were
Alexandra.
both killed
Anyway, garage has
point
cameras,
blank.
And I got some footage of Wells. That's the good news. The bad news? I don't have all the footage. Sort of weird, but part of it is missing. I don't know. Looks that way, doesn't it? I don't put much stock into conspiracies, but the timing is definitely suspicious. Anyway, think you could take a look? I'm looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of the surveillance footage. Apart from Wells ending up dead and the blood splatter on the pillar. Sorry for the vivid details.
That's okay. I just noticed Federal Department of Intelligence, the truth we seek. Okay, there's the victim. I'm gonna have to watch this many times, aren't I? So, let me see. Anything different? Other than, apart from Wells ending up dead in the blood splatter on the pillar. I don't know. I don't see anything. Am I blind? Hello? Huh. So, can I... like, look at the cars and stuff? No? So did I find something there by accident? Accidentally clicking. So what is this? It looks darker here. Is it just me? Yes, maybe it's just me, but it looks darker. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, what is the... Oh, no, that's the blood. Blood splatter. Hmm. What am I looking for? Are you sure there's nothing there? Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. I would have thought that maybe... Yeah, there is a light. The light at the beginning of the video, but it's off at the end. Yeah, that was it. I was like, yeah, it looks darker.
Look at that. Give me a sec, operator. I'm gonna check this out.
Yeah. Oh, are you out there right now?
Well. I just found a bullet lodged in the light's framework. I'm sending you a
Oh.
photo.
So there was more than one shot?
Can you run an analysis and tell me what kind of bullet I'm looking at?
So one of the shots missed. How do you miss point blank though?
45 caliber? I believe that's what the military and police use. Well, that's something anyway. Thanks for your help, operator. Appreciate it. If only we had all of the footage. Anyway,
Yeah.
I should get back to the scene. Keep digging and see if you can find anything else about our perp.
Sure. Find more about the killer. How do we do that? Oh, hello again, Evan. Hello, Hal. Look, I have a deal to offer you. One that I think you'll find interesting. I'm not interested, Hal. Oh, well, you should be. You see, we share a common goal. You, me, and the FDI. You just don't know it yet. So, here's what I'm going to do. I help you with the Wells case, but you have to help me later when I ask for it. Do we have ourselves a deal? Why should I help a criminal? Because, as I already said, we share a goal. And because, without my help, you and Agent Pendle will never solve this case. Wells' killer will still be on the loose, and sadly, you'll never climb the ranks of the FDI. I can't do anything illegal. You won't be. I mean, apart from working with me. The world's most wanted hacker. Pendle could use my help, so... Yeah, she could, and you could be her knight in shining armor, Evan. Listen, I have access to the garage footage, all of the footage. How did you get that? Couldn't we get that? And it's pretty spectacular stuff, Evan. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put this big juicy missing part back in so you can watch it and solve this crime. I'll help you if you help me. How do we explain that to Pendle? Yeah, what if someone asks? If somebody asks how you got the missing footage, just say the analysis software restored it. It's supposed to be cutting edge anyway, right? So, do we have ourselves a deal? I won't do it, Hal. Say we have a deal, Hal. Oh, so I don't have a choice, okay. Fine, whatever. I need you to say it, Evan. Say we have a deal, Hal. Well, I don't like this. We have a deal, Hal. Good. Now give me a few seconds to run a script. Oh, this is not gonna be good. Done. Alright, the missing footage has been magically restored. I hope you have your popcorn ready. I'll be back a little later to collect my debt. Evan, until then... Okay. Bye, Hal. Parking... So he's waiting around for someone, it seems. Oh, someone drove up and shot him. But then how the hell did they manage to shoot the light? Okay. If this light was out and the shooter came here, how did they manage to shoot this light? No match.
I see that you ran the facial recognition software, and 0 matches turned up, Operator.
Yeah.
That's unusual. In fact, it shouldn't even be possible. Our FDI databases are exhaustive. I'll flag this issue for later. But go ahead and share the image with Agent Pendle.
Okay.
Wait, I don't understand. How did you get this?
Our software recovered a magician never reveals his secrets.
Well, this is huge. Thanks, Tanner. I'll canvass the area immediately.
Yeah, I didn't
Maybe
feel
someone
like
has
lying,
fingerprints
so...
charming. I'll talk to you later. And thanks again.
You're welcome. Just doing my job, Agent. Okay. FDI headquarters. 1:45 p.m. Now, how about that debt, Evan? Already? I'll help you later. Listen, I know you ratted me out to your supervisor yesterday. Yeah, why wouldn't I? It's okay, I don't blame you. From your perspective, it was the right thing to do. But I am on your side, Evan. Really, you just have to give me a chance. Now, I'm going to connect you to another FDI agent. Her name is Catherine Andrews. Just listen to what she has to say. Open your terminal and type the following command. How do I open my terminal? Oh, there, okay. Call 187.222.2 19.98. No secure. Oh, no. No secure. Okay. Call 187-222-1998. Proxy refused to open the secure connection to target IP from this computer. What am I doing wrong? Call 187-222-1998. Yeah, that's... No secure. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hello, Operator Tanner. Hal told me that you'd be calling.
Like I had a choice.
Look, I get it. Hal can be a world-class pain. Okay, I'll try to keep this short. About a month ago, I started working on a missing persons case. A woman reported that her husband had been gone for over 48 hours. Almost right away, the case felt different. Red tape all over the place. An unusual
Also, I
lack of
wonder, do
cooperation from my
these...
superiors and colleagues. Unanswered calls. Suddenly, the FDI felt like the most incompetent department in the country. After an almost endless game of phone tag, I finally managed to get an appointment with a superior. The plan was to sit down and talk about the case first thing Monday morning. That Sunday night, I'm awoken by a phone call. The woman's apartment has burned to the ground. And the woman, what's left of her anyway, has been found dead in the ashes. Well,
Timing
it
sounds
gets
a
worse.
little strange.
So I started looking into the fire, of course. I couldn't help myself. Plus, I felt like I owed it to Mia. That was the woman's name. Mia Cole. Anyway, it wasn't long before my superiors found out and pressured me to stop. They told me the fire had been ruled accidental, the result of faulty wiring in her oven. They told me I was wasting my time and precious FDI resources by looking into it, and said if I continued, I'd end up pushing papers in a basement somewhere. But that fire, Operator Tanner, that fire was no accident. I can feel it. Mia was murdered. I just have to prove it. That's where I'm hoping you can help me.
We don't have clearance level, actually, to even look at her file properly. Why would Hal help you with this?
Not now, anyway. You just have to trust me. Go ahead and search them in the human DB. The
I did.
husband's name is Sasha. Sasha and Mia Cole. Please.
He's redacted.
Just another coincidence, right? Look, I don't know why, but someone doesn't want us looking into Sasha and Mia Cole.
Yeah, he's completely redacted.
Tanner. It's our job. Who's going to do it if we don't? Can you help me find proof Mia's fire wasn't an accident?
How can we access the case files?
Oh, thank you. As far as how to access the case files, that's not really my area of expertise. But you can ask Hal.
Funny, I was just working on this very thing. So, it looks like I can't give you direct access to the files. But I found a bug in the chat. You should be able to inject a query that'll get you in. Just type this. Okay. Where are all my buttons at? I'm not used to doing all of this kind of stuff. Okay. Oh, I need to do that. Okay, D W N L D underscore FL select oh, I didn't mean to do that. Select from cases where ID. I'm sorry I'm so slow, but I'm not used to hacking stuff and stuff like that and writing stuff into terminals. ID equals 9x Q LH C. Wait, where did it all go? Where did it all go? It's still here? Oh god. Where? Oh no, did it all disappear? Oh no, can I? In the chat with Andrews, no offense, but oh, I'm supposed to put it in the chat with Andrews. Oh, I thought I was putting it in the terminal. Okay, so which one is it? XLH mode immediate.
Despite being, well, a thorn in the side, you have to admit Hal gets results.
Yeah, but this can't be good. Okay, summary. The following report was written by Agent Andrews and modified. Case closed in February. Conclusion: death caused by accidental fire stemming from malfunctioning wiring in victim's oven. Really, Catherine Andrews. The fire started on the 25th of February around 2 a.m. and was successfully contained by 3:12 a.m. Owing to the duration of the fire, minimal evidence remained at the scene. A single victim, identified as Mia Cole through dental records, tenant information, and a wedding ring, was discovered. The autopsy revealed no anomalies attributing the cause of her death to the fire. No other signs of physical trauma were found. No indications of forced entry or a struggle were evident in the home, aligning with the findings of the victim's autopsy report. The fire response team report, referred to report redacted, concluded that the fire originated from faulty wiring in the oven, a conclusion supported by our investigation. Okay. The inscription, Sasha and Mia, is engraved on the inside. Okay. Why is this not damaged from the fire, by the way? Wedding picture. Yeah, so that is Mia. I'm just making sure. Why is this smashed, though? That seems very weird that only his side is smashed. You have opened a chemical sample. We have automatically given you access to the CSLCA data report application. You can find it with the other applications in the top left menu. Please review the user manual relative to the chemical sample analysis process before proceeding. You can find those documents on your personal... Okay. Welcome to the user manual, ChemScan LCA. This manual is designed to provide you. Yeah, please read it. Open the sample in the dedicated ChemScan LCA software. Input the appropriate settings for your sample using formulas found thereafter. Start the analysis process. Note that this may take some time. Once the analysis is complete, open the CLCA data report application. Input the results from the ChemScan LCA analysis and initiate the calculations. The CSLCA data report will then return the chemical composition of the sample. Okay, this is okay. So, but that one I can find here, right? Data report, yeah. This is the report, right? Yeah. Okay. So, sample settings. Oh, this just, okay. So open the sample in dedicated chem, yeah. Input the appropriate settings. How do I know what that is though? Start in using formulas found thereafter. I don't understand what that means. Did I just start? Okay, that's not correct. Oh, there was more. Okay, never mind. Okay, so ion size. The appropriate ion size varies depending on the sample type and state. For a liquid sample, size will be set to 2.0 for both organic and non-organic. Okay, but this is a solid sample because it's ash, so it should be around 6 if it's organic, but this is non-organic. So ion size is typically around 6. If the material is organic, the ion size must be set. Okay, so if it's not organic, if it's non-organic, it should be 6. The delta for organic samples to 50, for non-organic is 100. Threshold, the threshold value will depend on the delta V and the sample type. For liquid, for solid, yeah. The threshold should be set to half the delta V. Okay, so 50. Sample matrix. The default value of the matrix size is 5. If you are using an older version of the ChemScan LCA version 1.3 or lower, you must set the matrix to 4. Okay, so it should be 5. Oh, this is not right. Delta V. Using the following formula. For an organic sample, sample weight in gram. Oh, times for non-organic. Okay, so 4.2 times 100. 420. And half Yes, I'm using a calculator. Okay. Yeah, this is very much brain, but I like it. It's cool. I'm probably gonna have to look at that every time though to make sure I'm doing it correctly, but now I know more results. Okay, so we put this in here. pH is 6.5. Frequencies. What is CCVT? There, 901. Do I need to do all the peaks? Because this is... How do I know exactly where it is? Like, how do I... Oh, like this? There? How do I... Huh. Will return the chemical composition of the sample. Okay, here we go. The chem scan will give you the results, response curve, and additional sample characteristics such as pH, radioactivity. Those values are going to be used. Okay, so the highest is 1. Okay. Software input, yeah, pH and frequency in order to calculate exact composition. The response frequencies must be entered from the highest to lowest, okay? There must be between 1 and 5 spikes that are higher than the threshold represented by the red area, okay? You can use the mouse pointer to calculate the frequency. Okay. So this is number 1. It says 5 though. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just 4. Between 1 and 4, okay. No, 1 and 5. So this is 9. How do I know? Like... Nine. Do I have to be completely exact? Because I would say 926. Oh, plus a minus 15. Okay, good. 245. 153. 1060. Wait, 1060? Huh. Why is that 1060 when it's that low? Okay, I'm not gonna question it, I guess. Okay, so it's cellulose, gasoline, other non-identified residues, Why is it only 4? No, only 3. Where is number 4? Why is this not here? Should I have put... Yeah, it says 1060. Which is weird, because this is 9. This is 2. This is 1. Why is this 10? Are you giving me wrong stuff? Let's try 1062. Yeah, it doesn't say anything here. Gasoline, but yeah. There were traces of gasoline in the fire.
Faulty wiring my... You know what? This was no
Yeah.
accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why?
What are you going to do
Maybe I'll
now?
end up at a desk in a dark basement somewhere, but I'm going to keep digging into this. It matters to me.
Why is it so important?
I grew to know her. Mia, I mean. With our line of work, you try not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy anyway. Almost from the start. And usually, I can turn the switch off. I learned to
Why are we zoning out?
feel nothing. But with Mia, I just never could. She wanted to be a singer, she told me. That was her dream. And I'm not exactly an expert, but she did have a good voice. Really. She was just...
Why are we zoning out? That's so rude. We asked. Okay, why are we hearing singing? Is that Mia singing?
Someone killed them, Operator Tanner. Someone killed Mia and her baby. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, thanks, Operator. Because of you, I finally have proof. Knowing Hal, well, as much as someone can know Hal, I have a feeling this won't be the last time you and me work together.
Good luck, Agent Andrews. So, you found evidence proving the fire wasn't an accident. Well done, Evan. Maybe there's hope for you yet. The way the FDI has handled the Cole case, it's strange, don't you think? It does seem suspicious, it does. Yes, it does. I just don't know what they're hiding. Or why. Look, I know you probably still don't trust me. Yeah, I don't. I'm on the FDI's most wanted list. I hacked into your computer. I get it. But tell me something. Why would I bother going to the trouble of working with a low-level FDI employee? Sorry. If I didn't have a good reason. I have literally no idea how. Maybe you're thinking about turning me in to get that reward, but it's too late. You're in too deep. Director Trench is calling me. Be careful. Okay.
Operator Tanner, can I have a word?
Of course, Director
I see that
Trench.
you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why?
Hal made me do it, sir.
I see. I should have guessed Hal might be involved. This lowlife has been making our lives very difficult lately here at the department. But we're working with our cybersecurity team. We'll catch Hal soon enough. In the meantime, and this is very important, if you hear anything else about the Coles, you come to me right away. Understood?
What's the big deal about them?
Oh, there's no deal, Evan. It's just highly confidential, classified, and way above your pay grade. I'm sure you understand.
I understand, Director
I'll talk
Trench.
to you later.
You shouldn't have done that, Evan. Got a bad choice. Lucky for you, you held up your end of the agreement by looking into Mia's fire. You don't scare me, Hal. Well, he kinda does. I really want to look into those most wanted.
So who the hell am I talking to this time?
This is still Operator Tanner. Tanner here, Agent Walker.
Good. You haven't been fired. I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again. I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert. You remember, right?
Yeah?
Where she said this, flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else.
Ooh. The desert heat?
I found that too, Tanner. But no, that's not what I meant. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand. I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they'd been moved. Put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. In
Whoa.
bad state of decomp. They dig under another stone. And lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out, we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard.
Damn. How many corpses are out there?
Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If
Whoa.
they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math.
But then why did that lady survive? Connie, wasn't that her name?
Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real young.
Oh
I
no.
won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner?
Consider it done,
Let
Agent.
me send you the files.
Why do people have to
Well, it's taken a
kill
while.
young
Hard to
people?
access the satellite out
Leave
here in
kids out of it,
Roswell.
please.
Dryfield. Okay. Looks like it went through. About goddamn time.
Why did he say Roswell? Autopsy report?
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age.
No.
Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize,
So
the
what does
subject
that
appears
mean?
to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
Oh. That's Henry Jenkins. Uh... Why is he involved with the girl? Gabby. Welcome to the facility, Gabby. You're in good hands now. Sincerely, Dr. Jenkins. Gabby. Is there any way of figuring out... No, yeah, I didn't think so.
That looks like it could be the first name. But I'll need the last name too. I'm thorough like that.
BM Technologies. What does this say, though? Because it says, sincerely, Dr. Jenkins, but what does this say? So he works at BM Technologies, Class S, clearance level 4. Yeah, he wants me to identify the body, so he doesn't want the name of this guy, right? No. I didn't think so.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age. Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
How... Oh, there's a calculator here, I just noticed. But it's easier to just do it on my phone. Hmm. Hmm. I did write the name correctly. Jenkins. Just testing, I don't think, but yeah. So I can't click on BM Technologies or anything like that. Hmm. And here you need to put in. But what does this say? Hmm.
Yeah, that looks like it could be the first name. But I'll need the last name too. I'm thorough like that.
How do we find that though? I thought maybe there was some information on this, but it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I didn't mean to click on your face again. Hmm.
No
Let's
decay or
listen.
disease is.
Let's listen one more time.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age. Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well preserved and intact.
So there's no way of putting in, like, is there no database where you can put in and search for, you know, just age, hair color, like those kinds of things? Hmm.
Bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good.
Why did
No
he said
decay or
Roswell?
disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
But how do we figure out anything other than her name is Gabby? And her, like, her face is gone, but his face is so clear. It's so weird. And it annoys me because it says everything that says on the back except this. Sincerely, Dr. Jenkins. What does this say? Can I... So I can't make this smaller or anything and just... There's no way of searching up the facility he works at? Okay, I need some help.
Jenkins. That name rings a bell, Operator. Check the other cases for anything possibly related to him. Maybe there's a clue in there tied to the girl.
Okay, so that is what I... But it was like, yeah, I guess so. Thank you. The bar. Oh yeah, 'cause the name list. Gabby. Gabby Bruce. Okay, yeah, that's how I need to think, okay. I need to look at all other stuff too. I thought when we're done with one thing, you're done with it for good. Okay, age 9. And she's missing. Her name is Gabby Bruce.
How did you find this, Tanner?
Her name's on a list from another case, like Connie.
Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does.
So it seems
But I
that
need
doctor...
concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks?
It seems like that doctor is... maybe experimenting on people. She has an unusual bone growth.
I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner. Breaks
Yeah.
your goddamn heart.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on out here? And what's a connection to Connie?
I mean, people that kill are monsters, but
Examiner's just finished
killing
processing the second
children?
body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay.
Mm.
Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too?
Hang on, I wanna... Quinton Spence. What does a type 2 skin means? Does it just mean Caucasian? Okay. Yeah, he sure is.
So
And
there's
they are
definitely a
crossed
link.
off, so obviously
I
all
see
of these
some
are dead.
The names have been crossed out. Can
Mm-hmm.
you figure out what that business means?
Because you can see there, Connie Moore, she's still alive. Crossed out means dead, my guy. What else do you want? What do you mean? What does crossed out mean? Dead. I guess I can search the names. Let's just start at the top, I guess. Can we? No. Caden Thomas. Missing. Dane Lowe. Missing. Crossed
Looks to
out
be
means
about
the person
100
is
names
missing.
like that. That number matches the stones.
Mhm.
God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like
Yeah.
our Connie. There's
Why
something else
keep
about
Connie
Speed's
alive though?
dinner.
Why keep Connie alive?
They found him buried in a lab coat with some, you're never gonna guess, floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? Now the second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something
Oh,
I can look
that's
into.
my word.
I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The Operator program. Oh. I'm sending everything your way. There you go.
So he was a doctor as well then, maybe? Okay.
Autopsy report of a male, approximately late 50s, early 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Initial observations show no sign
He doesn't
of
look
trauma
that
or
old.
blunt force injury, similar to the first remains found. The decedent appears to be wearing some kind of lab coat. Starting the external examination now. Excellent dentition. The decedent is wearing some kind of badge. Let me put this to the side. Abdomen seems healthy, with no signs of trauma or injuries.
Hmm.
The lab coat seems to contain a hidden pocket. There's something inside. It's
Yeah, Gabby
sewn
didn't have
shut.
any signs of
I'll
trauma or
open this
injuries
with
either.
my scalpel. There. There appear to be 2 floppy disks inside the pocket. Strange.
Hmm.
In my estimate, the body has been buried for approximately 2 to 3 months, based on the level of decomposition. At this point, the cause of death is uncertain. Further testing and analysis is needed, including toxicology reports, before I can provide a conclusive determination.
So, he died after Gabby, but why, if he was one of the, sorry, I'm just putting on a sweater. If he was one of the doctors at that place, why kill him? So he's class A, clearance level 3, so he's definitely lower on the... He's definitely lower on the totem pole. Okay, head of operations. BM Technologies. R&D 1, Dr. Spence. Okay. Nothing to get from the picture. Okay. This needs to be unlocked. FMP 1138. Yeah, I didn't think so. Floppy disk 1 then, study. Upon my also, so it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What does this mean? Upon my arrival at the BioM facility, I was warmly greeted by Dr. Jenkins himself. How fortunate I am to work with such a passionate and talented scientist, even in a subsidiary role. During our meeting, Dr. Jenkins explained that I would be heading up a trial involving FMP 1138. He did not disclose much. I have the impression that the project is shrouded in secrecy. It appears to be of great importance. The trials, which are scheduled to commence in a few days once I am well versed with subjects and the procedures are in place. Dr. Isles, the facility director, informs me our work has the potential to significantly enhance the well-being of our patients, who have been selected specifically for our research. The entire facility itself has been constructed for this purpose alone. Although I am unaware of the project's source of funding, there appears to be no shortage of resources. I am truly optimistic our research will make a profound difference and push the boundaries of scientific knowledge. Huh. Dr. Isles. Oh. Nope, that's not how it's written. It's written ILES. Yeah, Dr. Isles. Facility director. Okay. The AMPA receptor is a crucial component of excitatory synaptic transmission and plasticity in the brain. As a glutamate-gated ion channel, it mediates fast synaptic transmission and contributes to synaptic plasticity by modulating the strength of synaptic connections between neurons. Did I understand any of that? No. Dysfunction of AMPA receptors have been implicated in various neurological and psychiatric disorders, including Alzheimer's disease, depression, and schizophrenia. So here is this again. So it's synapse, something synapse. How do I make those? There we go. There and selective AMPA receptors potentiators represent a promising class of compounds for the treatment of these disorders as they enhance AMPA receptors' function and improve synaptic plasticity. FMP 1138 is a novel selective AMPA receptors potentiator that has shown promising results in preclinical studies. It has been demonstrated to enhance AMPA receptors mediated synaptic transmission and improve synaptic plasticity in vitro and in vivo. So what's in vivo? Because in vitro, in vitro fertilization. Isn't that IVF? In vitro fertilization. So in vivo is if it just gets put directly in. I don't know. In this study, we sought to explore the potential therapeutic effects of FMP 1138 on neurological connectivity. Specifically, we aimed to investigate whether FMP 1138 could enhance synaptic connectivity and promote the formation of new synapses in vitro and in vivo. To accomplish this, we used a combination of electrophysiological imaging and behavioral assays to assess the effects of FMP 1138 on neuronal neuronal God, all these words, it's just function and connectivity. Our results demonstrate that FMP 1138 enhances synaptic connectivity and promotes the formation of new synapses in vitro and in vivo. Specifically, we observed that FMP 1138 increased the frequency and amplitude of excitatory postsynaptic currents EPSCs in cultured neurons, indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmission. Furthermore, we found that FMP 1138 promoted the formation of new synapses in cultured neurons, as evidenced by an increase in number of dendritic spines that sites of synaptic contacts on neurons. Jesus Christ. To unlock the full potential, 6672 Hz minimum. 66.72 kilohertz minimum. 105 kilohertz max. In vivo, we found that FMP 1138 improved cognitive function in a mouse model with Alzheimer's. Specifically, we observed that FMP 1138 treated mice performed better in a spatial memory task compared to control mice. Additionally, we found that FMP 1138 treated mice has increased dendritic spine density in the hippocampus, a brain region critical for learning and memory. Taken together, our findings suggest that FMP 1138 represents a promising therapeutic agent for the treatment of neurological and psychiatric disorders categorized by impaired neuronal connectivity and plasticity. Further preclinical and clinical studies are warranted to evaluate the safety and efficiency of FMP 1138 in humans. Okay, so it needs to be between 672 and 105. But why is it like this? Is that just because it's synapse? So there's one synapse and then two synapse? So we have to have two passwords or something? To unlock the full potential. 6672 minimum and 105 maximum. Biome Technologies, all rights reserved, 1990. Dr. H. Jenkins, Dr. Q. Spence, and Dr. A. Isles. Frequency range 5. Okay, so this is figure or res 1. 500 HZ, which evidently, oh, not there, which evidently is 99 kilohertz. Subject 98. Oh no, number of subjects. There's results demonstrate that FMP. Did I read it wrong the whole time? No, I did read FMP. Yeah. God. The results demonstrate that FMP 1138 significantly increased the frequency and amplitude of EPSCs indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmissions. These findings suggest that FMP 1138 has the potential to improve. Yeah. I've already heard that. Thank you very much. Two. The graph displays the results of a study investigating the effects in vitro. The study MT Explorer could enhance synaptic trends. The results demonstrate. Yeah. I'll use Indian. Wasn't his name A. Isles though? Yeah, so why is it Indian? Okay. Isles use Indian. So this is before and this is after. This. It says 87 there. So what is this then? 90. Or is 87 the peak? Why did it? Okay. So is this supposed to be 987, but why does it... Because here you can see it goes there, but here it looks like it goes here. So would this be 90... So this is 11 between 76 to 86. 11, yeah. So how much would this be? Maybe half? So maybe 93? Hmm. Yeah, so it should be res 2 that is the key for this. But is it... So should it be 3 numbers or is just random? Hmm. Okay, so I can't put in... Hmm. Hmm. Oh, wait. Note, unlike Dr. Isles, in this result paper, I will use the little Indian standard. So Dr. Isles doesn't use the Indian standard? Hmm. So he uses dot 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 close close dot 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 or line, but here's lines close the other way. Lines Goes the other way, lines. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
The symbols and file names written on the second floppy disk look to be there for a reason, Tanner. I suggest checking those 2 files for clues about the password. Focusing on the symbols. Maybe keep those 2 files open and see if you can do something with them.
Yeah, no shit. Symbols and file names written on the second floppy disk look to be there for a reason, so just checking 2 files for clues. Checking those 2 files for clues about the password. Focus on symbols. Yeah, but I don't know what that frickin' means. Also, I see 3 there and there, but none of the others repeat. The symbols and file names are written on the second floppy disk. Look to be there for a reason, yeah, thanks. I suggest checking those 2 files for clues about... What do you mean, those 2 files? There's no... And I can't just search. No. Well, I am trying to focus on the symbols, but I don't know what it means. Am I supposed to just write Indian? I doubt it. Yeah. Oh. Mm. Yeah, I have no idea.
The key and lock icons, Operator. They must be important. I suggest you combine them to reproduce the schematics on the second floppy disk. My hunch is that the content is not very important. Just the part with the icons in the two files mentioned, FMP 1138 and Res 2.
Yeah, which I've written down. Because it says key and then lock, and key has to be between 66 and 105. Yeah, I'm not getting it. I feel so stupid. Combine them. Yeah, the key and lock. So you need the key first and then the lock. This is the key. Combine them to reproduce the schematics on the second floppy disk. Oh my god. I just saw it. Oh my god. That is so tricky. Good thing I got that before, because I was about to ask for help again. Whoa. If you're reading this, it means I'm no longer living and that I have been buried in the dry field desert like the other subjects. I implore you, whoever you are, to share my story with anyone who can make things right. My name is Quentin Spence. I was head of operations at the BioM facility. I'm writing this letter because I am about to resign from a job that one cannot simply resign from. As per protocol, I will most likely be sent to the desert burial site with all my belongings. I deserve this punishment. Really? I am sick, so sick of everything that we have done supposedly in the name of science. If you have found me, then I am assuming you have found the others too. Every person buried here in the sand is a Project Eve test subject. Eve was led by Dr. Henry Jenkins. I'm not trying to shift the blame onto him. I bear my share of responsibility in this matter. While our intentions were noble, at least in the beginning, I now see that we went too far, and I am ready and willing to face whatever punishment awaits me in the next world. You have found this document, but perhaps the content of my lab coat pocket remain undiscovered. Perhaps they could not crack the password necessary to open the floppy disk. Maybe they assumed the floppy disk contained only my research papers. Regardless, what truly matters now is you. You have the power to stop this. BioM Facility, 22 East Border Street, Bedford, Nevada? Please do not be as cowardly as I was. Quentin. No? Oh, yeah, there. Damn. So you're burying, and someone killed Henry Jenkins. Why? To stop the experiments or to keep him from talking?
Don't let it go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner.
Thank you,
The
that took
address
me
you
way
sent,
too long.
It's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning. Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every single one of us.
Yeah. Take care of yourself, Agent Walker. Second day completed.
Look, you need to do something about it. He's poking around, asking too many questions. He's going to expose us all if you don't rein him in. Yes, his shift is over. Yes. All right.
Dude, we can hear you.
We'll talk later. Bye.
Wonder why they make it all blurry like this, by the way. Kid is like, where have you been? You've been gone for way too many hours. Feed me, human. Wonder why they do these in-betweens, especially since we can't see anything. I guess it's story relevant at some point.